Hi everybody, it's Lori at Not Forgotten Farm. I'm here with my mom, Ellie.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Mom came to live with us from Connecticut about a month ago. And we're here today. We're going to share some of the things that Mom has made. If you see all our models behind us here, a lot of these Mom had stitched back in, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s.
Yeah.
A lot of the patterns that you get, you'll see her name, model stitched by Elda Elizabeth Geist Smith.
Yeah.
And that's her. We wanted to show a couple of things that she brought with her when she moved in. Mom has always been a needleworker for ever.
Yeah, a long time.
What was the first thing you think you ever did?
Oh, I'm 90.
I don't mean, I know you're 90.
I can't remember what I first did.
I know. I meant like, was your first needlework stuff like crochet, or was it, I know our...
Yeah, it was probably crochet because I'm not too struck on knitting. I like to knit, but it just, crochet is better.
Yeah.
I like to do crochet better.
Yeah, I can't knit, as you well know. We won't even get into that. Please, thanks, Ma. Your sister, Dorothy, who I've known as Aunt Dot, was a costume designer or
Fashion
designer back in the 40s.
Brides and bridesmaids gowns. She made they tell her what she wanted, and then she would draw it. And once she got it drawn, she'd ask, was this okay? She said, perfect. So she'd go ahead and make the pattern, and then she'd get the material, make the material into the beautiful gown that she had patterned. And she also did the bridesmaids' dresses too.
Wow, that's crazy. So in the family, there's lots and lots of, I guess, sewing, needlework, stitching, designing aptitude, stuff like that. Mim, your sister Miriam?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, this whole side of the family is Pennsylvania German. Excuse me. So that goes without saying that we're very proud of that heritage, and there's a lot of talent on that side.
Yeah. And music also.
And music, yes. All of her mom and her siblings. Mom is the youngest of 6. Yeah. All of her siblings either played the organ. I think all of them did, didn't they?
Yeah, they all did, but then my brother Fred also played the xylophones.
Oh yeah, he played the
vibraharps.
Vibraharp.
Yeah.
It was called back then, or maybe it is still called that now. I remember that. I can remember that. That's a nice memory. And they all painted. Uncle Bob painted, Aunt Mem painted. Oh my gosh, Aunt Dot painted.
Oh goodness.
We have some in the house. Next video we'll bring something like that out to show, because those are just fabulous paintings. But anyway, I'm going to share a couple of little things that Mom did, not so little, but so back when Peter and I were newlyweds, and I wasn't actually doing any cross stitch yet because I did not actually like to do it. I just was not happy with doing it. You, on the other hand, you said that one of the first things that you had made for me, per my request, even before you were a model stitcher, which I have to find, I have to find it so I can share it with you guys, is a big cross stitch of all animals on a tree.
Yeah.
And you said that the first little face
that came out that I had cross stitched on that tree, and I don't remember what it was, what kind of an animal it was, but it just impressed me, so I had to go on to the next to see what was on the branch above, and then below, and then first thing you knew, I had it all done.
You had a whole slew of animals hanging off a tree.
And I was very impressed with doing it. I did it from then on.
Yeah, from then on, absolutely. And then she became a model stitcher for me. You do cross stitch, you do applique, wool applique or felt applique, the crocheting. She dabbles in poetry. She's a wonderful writer. She's very, talented with her words. Gosh, I don't even know what else. I'm just proud of you.
Well, thank you.
And
I'm more proud of you.
If it wasn't for her, I don't know if I'd ever be exposed to any of this stuff. So she holds my heart. Anyway, here is a couple things that she made that I requested her to make. This is in German. and Fröhlich Herz and Friedlich Haus, das macht das Glück des Lebens aus. Was a pattern. And okay, so here's the thing, guys. We don't have any information on the designers or the year. So if anybody out there knows who the designer of these things that I'm going to show that Mom has stitched, just let us know and we'll put it down in the notes on the video, okay? So anyway, translated roughly, this means a merry heart, a happy house makes one lucky in life. And then Mom put her name, and then the year 1930, which is the year that Mom was born. And of course, I stained the heck out of it. It was done back on Ada cloth back then.
Yeah.
Got a couple more of Ada cloth ones. This one is Come By My Sweet Flowers. Nice little sampler, sorry. Get Mom's face in there. Nice little sampler of flowers. Eliza, Come By My Sweet Flowers. And again, I stained the heck out of it. Sometimes I wonder why I did that, but then again, it's what we were doing back then. We stained everything.
Yeah.
We still kind of do, but not to the extent. This one is signed at the very bottom, Mom, 81, way down here. You see that?
Yeah.
In straight stitch. And it's the old Shaker tune, "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free," which we love. That's a wonderful song.
Yeah.
And again, on Ada cloth. And I tea stained this entire thing that time. I didn't like grub it up really bad. So that's why and I think the Ada cloth was a little different color than the cream one that we used initially. So, all right, now this one cracks me up because this is Mom all the way. Press button for maid service, and if no one answers, do it yourself. It's just the way she rolls. And this is
being the last of 6 kids. That explains the whole thing.
So she put some buttons up on here for embellishment. Of course, the middle button is the button to press for the maid, and you know how that goes. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And this is on like a tweedy Ada cloth. It's got kind of a character to the background of it, which is nice. A lot of work in this background here. I don't know if you can see the little blue stitches, the aqua colored stitches, but there's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
All these right here.
Yeah.
That. And let's see. I'm going to save the biggie for last. So this was one that Mom had done per request for me when you and I were doing teddy bears.
Yeah.
We were stuck on teddy bears, which we still love. Mom still collects teddy bears.
Yeah.
I still make them occasionally. I haven't in
a long time.
A long time, yeah. But it's a little teddy, and she's got another little teddy sitting down at the bottom. I'm trying to get the glare off of there for you. But she signed it to Lori with love from Mom, Christmas 1996. And that would have been, I think I requested you to make this because I wanted it in Hannah's bedroom.
Yeah.
So Hannah would have been 2 at the time. So that's that one. And then we have, so Mom used to raise Siamese cats. And this is her Siamese kitties. These are seal point.
Yeah.
The dark ones. Seal point kitties. We used to have a silver tip.
Yeah.
Named Su Ling.
Su Ling was a silver tip.
We had grandmother, mother, and daughter.
Yeah.
And it was Maureen, but we called her Mums. She was the grandmother.
Yep.
And then we had Su Ling,
Su Ling.
who we called everything under the sun. Tootsie Bell, Susu. And then we had Miriam,
Yep.
named after Mom's sister, but we called her Peach.
Yeah.
Don't ask. But anyway, there's that, and it's just gorgeous. And Mom has this signed on the back, Elda Smith, 1995. So there's that. Gorgeous colors. And again, guys, if you know who did these as far as designers, I'm not trying to slight anyone. Kindly let us know, because we don't have the pamphlets for them or anything anymore. You know, and now with the move, with Mom coming down, things are just a little...
Can't find anything.
We're trying. This is actually Crewel work that Mom did. And as you can tell, it is of our beloved little Amish people. Because, you know, Mom is from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, born in Dauphin County.
What?
Harrisburg, which is Dauphin County, I believe. So yeah, Lancaster's near and dear to our heart.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. The food, the people, the houses, the gardens, all that fun stuff. So there's that. This is all Crewel work. So now you know why I, dig embroidery as much as I do too. So fabulous. And then, so Mom does the little, the wool applique and the felt applique and all. So this is a little doohickey thingy that she did for spring.
Violets.
Violets?
Yeah. Well, pansies and violets.
Yeah. 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 And it says spring! Exclamation point. And now we're in the throes of spring now, aren't we? With the rain.
Yeah.
April showers. We had crazy storms last night. This is, we know this is a Mirabilia angel. Don't know, sorry about the ring and the glare, guys. Don't know what the name of it is, but she's got it signed Elda Smith. I think it says completed 1995. And as you can tell, I'm not wearing my glasses, so. But is she not gorgeous? She's got specialty threads. She's got silver and gold specialty threads in there that you used. So yeah. Mom's hands have always been busy. Always. I mean, she still is. She's crocheting, and in more episodes coming up, we'll show some of that.
Yeah.
Her and her friend Joan developed a stitch called a brick stitch, and gifted me and Hannah with a couple little like lap quilt Afghans.
Yeah.
And you're working on another one now, which we will not mention who that's for.
No.
Because that's a secret.
Yeah.
We don't want that out of the bag. So, and again, like I said, so if you can see the models behind me, some of the models behind me, Checkerbird, Tea Time, Redware Sunflower, Potted Fancy, gosh, Cinnamon Heart, Sewing Basket. Most of my early models were stitched by you.
Yep.
I kept you busy.
You sure did.
Yeah, and thankfully so, because I needed her, and it worked out well. I will always cherish them. I will have them forever and ever now, in the vault, so to speak. All right, so the last, most recent things that I came out with were 2 little stitches. This is Time to Stitch. I didn't get a minute to show you this. So Time to Stitch. And then I did the little scissor fobs that went with it. And I put the pins around the edge. It's a nice little design.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And I put some old ticking on the back because, time to stitch, clock, ticking,
yeah.
Tick, tick, get it? And then I used this over here. This is a, like a corsage pin. And I covered it with velvet, antique velvet. And so I stuck it in, and it kind of looks like the thing that you wind, your if it was a watch, right?
Yep. Right.
Ha, ha, ha. So that's Time to Stitch. This is Patriot Shield, which I did. I stitched it in Valdani cotton floss, but on the back of the chart itself is a conversion to DMC, not the back of the chart. The back of the pattern packet has a DMC conversion. So you can switch, stitch it in whatever thread you want, but for those that want to stitch it exactly like this, that's on there, and as well as good old DMC threads. So those are my latest. The ones before that, I don't even know if I showed. Peas and Carrots, did I? If I did, forgive me.
Did.
I mean, I don't know if I showed it to them up there. Did you see these?
No.
Okay.
I didn't show them to me before.
That's Peas and Carrots.
I know. It's cute.
Peas and Carrots. And then the other one was Bobbing Along, and you girls are loving Bobbing Along.
I love that one.
Mom loves Bobbing Along. Because, I woke up one morning singing, when the red, red robin goes bobbing along.
Well, that's me, the red, red robin.
Well, yeah. Mom belongs to Eastern Star and has quite a history with Eastern Star fraternity. Grand Officer, has been in it for 50 plus years.
Yeah. 52.
52 years. And one of the how did we get to Rockin' Robins? Was that a
When I was grand officer, that was the name of our
little
soiree.
Ooh, fancy words.
We had, and everybody enjoyed it, and everybody just went on. We were the Rockin' Robins.
Rockin' Robins, yeah. So we like to do a lot of things with robins. Mom has a couple of little figurines and stuff like that of robins. And we always, as a kid, or well, when I lived back up home before Peter and I moved here, my sisters and I and Mom would always try to be the first one to spot a robin.
For the spring,
yeah. So we would always call one or the other up. I saw a robin today. You know, kind of craziness. Also the same thing with Country Sampler magazine.
Yeah.
If I got mine first, I had to call up all my sisters and say, I got my Country Sampler today. Neener, neener, neener. Anyway. All right.
You show them this?
No, not yet. I'm getting to Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting there. So there's a stitch along up on Instagram, as I mentioned yesterday in my Instagram short little video there. Stitch along for Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom is going full force. And if you want to join in, just join in. All you got to do is purchase the pattern and start stitching. So people are asking, here he is, this is his model. And I'm going to block us both out just for a second. This is the frame that he's in, and he hangs here in the shop, which is why I have his name somewhere right there. People are asking if the frame is available, and yeah, we're gonna do the frames custom order only though, because if I put a bunch of them up on, we don't like to mass produce things, you know, we make them one at a time, which is the way it should be.
Sure.
As I've mentioned many times before, the wood is actually milled, processed, dried, whatever. Here, Peter makes the frame, and then I hand paint them, and I do all the, you know, craziness to it that I do. This frame is called Folk Art Sun. You can see the shine of the sun. I do it in a gold paint, so it's a 14 karat gold paint that I have that I love. It's available if you want a frame for your Reverend. They are going to be $122, and that does not include shipping. So you would need to let me know that you want one, and then let me know what your zip code is, and then I can calculate your shipping for you. But right now I'm not shipping out of the United States, and please, you, my friends in Canada, don't get mad at me yet. Don't get mad at me. I'm doing the best I can with the shipping with, you know, USPS. People are also asking what count this is on so that it'll fit the frame, you know, which is why we made it, the frame for it. Yeah. This is a 30 count linen, stitched 2 strands over, I lied, 1 strand over 2 threads. And I do not have it, I don't have the linen in stock at the moment because our linen and all has been on back orders from our suppliers due to COVID. Yeah. Fingers crossed, you know, it will come soon enough. But if you have any 30 count linen in your stash anywhere, you can stitch it and you will know that it will fit the frame. We don't make different sizes of this frame. We stick with what we've got because it just makes things easier for us too. Right. So yeah, $122 for the frame, not including shipping. Give me your zip code. And that's that. Right now, his pattern, by the way, all of our paper patterns and books and all are 20% off in the Etsy shop too. So you save a little bit on that. And I make notes because, you know, I have to. The last floss tube I did, we had a couple of questions and I'll answer them here. And a question came in about Peaches, you know, our parrot. Crazy Peaches, loudmouth. Asking what kind of bird she is. She's a sun conure, and how old she was. She's 7. She's 7 years old. I've had her since she was a featherless little, almost dinosaur-looking thing, and she still screams like a dinosaur. Somebody had asked, you know, I had talked last time about the beeswax and threading or waxing your threads, where do I get mine, or where can you get yours? So if you go into Stacy Nash on Etsy, her and her daughter sell beautiful ones. My friend Kathy Tonelli, Honeycomb and Threads, makes them, but I don't know if she sells them, but you can check with her. Our friend Janice Note from Noteworthy Needle also does beautiful thread waxers, and I will list their names below. What do I like to use for stuffing? Again, I don't like polyester. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan. I like our sawdust. That is a byproduct of Peter's Wood Products.
Right.
And everything just feels better. It just feels better. If I don't use sawdust, though, I will use like rags, cotton balls. Go to the store, go to the dollar store, grab yourself about 10 bags of cotton balls. You can rip them up. They really get into the corners of things. That's a nice feel to it.
Yeah,
it's nice and dense.
Yep.
Yeah. Other than that, walnut shells, you know, the lizard litter it's called. You get it at the pet aisle, or in PetSmart, Petco, whatever they're. PetSmart and Petco.
Yeah,
are
two different places.
Yeah. Lizard litter it's called. And let's see what else. Okay, so someone asked who influenced me back when, you know, I began cross-stitching. And as I said, I was not a fan of cross-stitching. You tried to show me, and Sharon tried to show me, my sister Sharon. And I think it was because it was like one like this with all the color changes and all that jazz. And it just, I didn't like it. So I put it away. And then I went to the Guilford Historical Society, and I saw a beautiful antique sampler on the wall. And I thought, well, let me try.
Yeah.
So I just went home and I got it back out, and I did a alphabet. And from then on, I liked it.
You were hooked.
I was hooked. But I did stitch other people's designs. And the number one person that was super popular and is my mentor and a lovely, lovely person is Sandra Sullivan from Homespun Elegance. And I'll give you a shout out, girlfriend. I love you. I would drag Mom once a week down to Fairfield, Connecticut to the Hook and Needle.
Hook and Needle.
And I could not wait for Sandra to come out with a new cross stitch pattern, because it was the only prim designer that was really out there, not out there, but you know,
there.
selling stuff.
Yeah.
And the designs were wonderful. So yeah, Sandra from Homespun Elegance was my number one first influencer. And since then, we've become very good friends, and I love you, like I said. Kathy Barrick. Kathy has been a wonderful friend and mentor to me also. Kathy kind of put me on the map back in the day when she contacted me, and I thought I was going to just fall over, and told me that she thought my designs were good enough to be picked up by a distributor. What? That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they did, and that's history there. So shout out to Kathy, love you. Thank you so much. Ann Brown, who is a friend of Kathy's, and they were in business together for sampler makers, chart makers. And she's also known as the Good Housewife. And that was a wonderful type of very primitive designs that I loved. And so shout out to Ann. I don't think Ann and I have ever met, but yeah. And then Mirabilia, which is the angel that Mom did, and just the gorgeous stitches and whatnot influenced me enough to step out of my comfort zone a little bit, I guess, with the colors and stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but yeah, so those are the people that have influenced me. And next, we'll talk about, you guys have seen me stitching that little bee lady that has all the little bees around it that I did. I'm not finished with that yet. I can never finish one thing before I start another one because I have too many in my head. Yeah. So I'll get like this far from finished, and then I got to get the next thing done out of my head. So I'm working on that little pocket that I showed you. I didn't bring them in, they're in the house. So as progress evolves, I'll share that too. And that's about it. As far as anything else, that's all we got.
I guess so.
Anything more you want to say to the girls?
Well, just this being here and being with so many is all new to me, and I've fallen in love with it. And being that I'm 90, I hope I get to be here for a while.
Well, I hope so too, Mom. I don't see you going anywhere anytime soon.
I hope not.
She's got a great disposition. Don't mess with her.
No, because I was the last of 6, remember?
That's right. That's how she survived. Last of 6. Well, anyway.
No, I like to talk now because when I was the youngest, I never got a word in edgewise.
Well,
with
happens.
3 brothers and 2 sisters, so I talk now.
Yeah, and that's okay. She's also known by Sissy. So if you ever hear anyone refer to her as Sissy or Aunt Sissy, everybody calls her Mom now or Ma.
Yep.
But yeah, Sissy was it, Aunt Sissy, because she was the youngest.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so next time, tune in. We'll share some of Mom's crochet. You don't want to see my crochet. No. I'm sorry?
I didn't say anything.
You don't want to see my crochet yet. Oh, boy.
She's working on it, and she'll come through with it. Believe me, she will. She comes through with everything.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about this. But we'll share yours. We'll share your 2 Afghans that I have. The purple one and the half and half reddish maroon one. Very pretty. Which is that brick stitch that we had mentioned about. And I have to get that big sampler that we were talking about with the little animals on it.
Oh, yeah.
On the tree. They're either in my attic or my basement because they're juvenile-ish, but I got to bring them out because as our friends Brenda and Laura say, decorate with what you love. Don't put it away. Keep it out so you can see it. Life is too short, right?
Right.
Absolutely. All right, girlfriends and boyfriends, we're going to go ahead and I think we'll eat a little bit of lunch or something now. As always, keep your needle sharp and your hands very, very busy. And we'll see you again soon.
Bye.